The future is bright and cookieless. The cookieless era is coming and everyone is talking about it because it's going to affect the performance of digital marketing campaigns in a big way. We're going to talk about it today in today's digital brunch, but before, don't forget to get your coffee and hit subscribe below this video. So, in order to get to what the cookieless era is, I think we should start with what is a cookie. I'm sure you know about it, but it's better for someone to remind you. So, as you already know, a cookie is a small data file that every website you visit puts in your browser. It's used for various purposes, and all these purposes are very useful for us, digital marketers. So this small data file actually tracks the user, and it helps any website by telling him whether a user is new or returning. It also helps profiling the user through his or her behavior, and it also helps you optimize your marketing efforts and campaigns, better track them, measure them, and get them to perform better, in a word. So, as you know, these are cookies, but we have several types of cookies. First of all, we have first-party cookies. They're the cookies that the website you actually visit puts in your browser. And we also have the third-party cookies. The third-party cookies are the cookies that are put in your website when you visit a certain website. They are put, in a browser when you visit a website, but they are put there by third parties, by other trackers, other platforms, and so on. So this is, for example, how before Facebook could know that you are usually visiting, for example, let's say travel websites, because they could also track what you were doing when you weren't on Facebook, but you were logged in there. So these are third-party cookies. And coming back to the cookieless era, the third-party cookies are going to go extinct. The first step was done last year, and we all know it. We saw it in the performance of our Facebook ads campaigns, which went down a bit. So yeah, I was saying, we saw it already last year when Apple decided to give up third-party cookies. Microsoft did the same, and now what is going to happen is that Google, that actually owns Google Chrome, which is used by almost more than 65% of internet users worldwide, Google Chrome will also no longer accept third-party cookies. So, as I was saying, welcome to the cookieless era. If we think about the fact that us as digital marketers were relying a lot on third-party cookies and on optimizations done through third-party cookies, of course, it's going to affect us. So, what should we do about it? Complain. This is what we always do. We are marketers, right? But other than that, what we should do, we should focus more on first-party cookies, and more important than that, we should go get zero-party cookies. I haven't told you about them yet. Zero-party cookies, meaning that those are the information that the user is giving you because you ask them to you directly as a business. So for example, when you ask them to subscribe to your newsletter, the information that you could be asking the user, like what's their gender or what are their topics they prefer and so on, these are all profiling data that could be considered zero-party cookies. So this should be our priority right now. Focus on zero-party cookies. Get your data collecting campaigns in check, because this is what you should be doing this year. For example, content that gets you to know users' preferences in terms of what they are interested in, and so on. Get your database in check, get users to subscribe to your newsletter, to give you their accept to communicate with them. And you know what you have to do for that, right? You have to do community building, content marketing, and so on. So let's hope the cookieless era will work for us if we are prepared.